Let's talk about the FTSE having a better day than Samsung. Hit a record high, helped by the continuing fall in the pound on Brexit. Comes as leaked government papers suggested that Brexit could see the Treasury lose up to £66 billion in tax revenues a year. Joining us our senior political correspondent Jason Farrell. Another day, another story about Brexit.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday obviously we were talking about David Davis giving his statement in the Commons. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about it because Labour have called for a debate. I think Thursday we'll be talking about it because it goes to the courts as to whether the government should give Parliament a vote. Today we're talking about it because there's been a leaked government document. This document says that tax receipts will go down by £66 billion a year. Now, these figures are not new. They're figures that came out in April. They were part of George Osborne's Treasury report. You might remember that said that each individual household would be £4,300 a year worse off in 15 years' time. Now, they took a middle ground scenario where we left the single market, but we were able to negotiate unilateral trade deals, bilateral trade deals with different countries. And the worst case scenario was actually not being able to do that, joining under WTO rules. And then the worst case scenario in doing that was that we lost lots of trade and we ended up with a £66 billion black hole, £66 billion black hole in our tax receipts. That's the figure that has then been put into a Treasury document or a document for cabinet ministers, and it has somehow been leaked to to the Times. So I don't know whether that was done deliberately, what happened exactly, but the key is that the reason it's been leaked is obviously to remind the government that this was a Treasury figure that they came out with. And when we've heard from Theresa May and other people talking about what people have alluded to as a hard Brexit, to remind them that only a few months ago they were talking about serious financial consequences for the United Kingdom if we were not to stay in the single market.
And previously 18 billion is what it cost us to be a member of the European Union, or thereabouts?
Well, yeah, I mean, actually the figure, you know, we talk about this 350 million a week, which obviously became very famous.
I read it somewhere, did I? On the side of a bus
seem to have
or something?
seen
I
it
can't
somewhere.
remember. I remember somewhere.
It was, I think it was on the side of a bus. Yeah.
Somewhere like that.
And that was, you know, that figure was going up every year, and that was the top end figure at the time. It happened to be that year that was how much we spent. Obviously, the argument was that we got that money back, and this was a claim that many people say was discredited because a lot of that money came back. So, but that was the figure. That was a claim from the Leave camp. This figure that we're seeing today was a claim from the Remain camp. Part of Project Fear, although actually they'd never used, even in the height of Project Fear, the 66 billion figure because they thought it was too outlandish.
And we are where we are today.
And let's see where we are tomorrow.
Indeed. So you took the words out of my mouth, Jason. Thank you very much indeed.